So we have the second question. This is from Muhammad Isham Dantan, and then it says that satu bahan, this is about RDA, satu bahan mempunyai lebih daripada satu penanggungjawab. This is the statement of responsibility. Now, when we were doing AACR, Anglo-American Cataloging Rules, so it was the rule of three. Yeah, you have if you have three, it should not be more than three names. If you have more than three names, meaning that the title will be under the main entry under the title. But in case of RDA, if there are more than three statement of responsibility, then all can be traced. Yeah, you may be able to have a main entry, and you also can have the 700 juga, yeah, tag 700. So, if two or more person, families or corporate bodies are collaboratively responsible for creating the work, so you construct the authorized access point representing the person with principal responsibility. So you take note, you are no longer using the rule of three here. Yeah? Maknanya if you have three names, you can put it under the main entry under the first name, the second name and the third name will be under the 700. But here in RDA is different. Yeah? So in this case, you see this example. Yeah? Porter Douglas R. Making smart growth work resource described, making smart growth work. The principal author is Douglas R. Porter, and they have contributing authors Robert T. Dunphy, David Shelverson. Now there are three names, so even though they do not follow the rule of three, but all three names cannot have a tag 100. Only the first one will be the authorized access point. One will be the authorized access point, the one who is representing the person with principal responsibility, because it's stated there, principal author Douglas R. Porter. Then you construct the authorized access point representing the work by the authorized access point for all the creators named either in resources embodying the work or in reference sources. Include them in the order in which they are named in those sources. Yeah? So in this case, you will have Douglas R. Porter, and the other names will be under a 700 tag. Yeah? So you will look at another example, Gumbley, Warren, 1962, and then John Dillis Law, Gary, Management of Wetland, Archaeological Sites in New Zealand. Resource described is Management of Wetland Archaeological Sites in New Zealand, and you have three names, Warren Gumbley, Dillis Jones, and Gary Law. So the main entry will be under your authorized access point will be under Gumbley, and you can have a tag 300 for Dillis Jones, Dillis, and Gary Law. So you may have Dillis John 700 to make an entry. If you want to trace the name, you want that person's name to be added entry, it will be under 700. Yeah? It will be under 700. So this is the 8 in appendix 8 to be named, and this one, yeah, when we have the collaborative works where they give you the rules constructing access point for more than one name. Yeah? The rules are RDA 19.2.1.1. You may construct the authorized access point representing the work by combining in this order. You may have first the authorized access point representing the person, which is, you may look at the rules chapter 9, 19.1, and then you have the family, 10.11.1, RDA to keep talking about the family, or corporate body, you have 11.13.1. And then of course you must make sure it must be known that it has principal responsibility. And then B, you will have to also take note of the preferred title for the work. Yeah, then look at this for the preferred title, the instruction which is 6.2.2, which is in the RDA. Okay, now let's look at the example. Yeah, look at this. The first, we take the first example. Yeah, this book, Peter's Environmental Law Reform in Queensland. Resource described is Environmental Law Reform in Queensland, and is compiled and written by Megan Peterson. Now look here, it has the term with the assistance of Adrian Jeffries, Rosaline McDonald, Tony Woodyard to Joe Brakewood, and how many names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 to 6 names. And you are not following the rule of 3, because what you're going to have, you are going to put it under the first name, which is written and compiled and written by Megan Peterson, and the other names will be under, you will provide them with a 700 tags in order to have access to it. You are able to search with that name. Now it doesn't matter if you have 10 names or if you have 20 names, but you may decide to have a 700, but again, it depends on your library policy, whether you want to have up to 5 names only, or you may have, if there are 20 names, you may want to put all the 20 names. But if you, if your accommodation, of course, you want not your name to be searched also, you know. Okay, and if you look at the next example also, look at this. Resource described is the Laramie project by what is his name, Moises Kaufman, and it says the members of Tectonic Theatre project. So what do they put? They will put here. You notice that they have the Kaufman Moses, and it put the Laramie project is the title. But they do not have access to the 700 on for Tectonic Theatre project, because you already have the title there, and it is under Kaufman. Now you have an alternative. It's important. One thing about RDA is that they do provide you with alternatives, whereby the library may want to choose which way they want. It can be the alternative way, and you have the Library of Congress (PCC) policy, and then you have the others, the British Library policy. So you may choose that, or you may have your own policy. So construct the authorized access point representing the work by combining. So you must have the authorized access point for all the creators named either in resource embodying the work, meaning that you may have a 100 tag 100, and you may have a tag 700, and 700 is repeatable, but 100, take note, is not repeatable. So you may have only 100. Okay, and then of course you have to choose the preferred title for the work. Okay, so you look at this, the Gumbley Warren, John Dillis and Gary. So you may have the 700, management of wetland archaeological sites in New Zealand. So they put there, and then you have the John Dillis too, is the 700 that they provide. And that means you want to search for it, you have access to it.